Hey guys, Jason Hack here with a new video, and I know you're thinking the title bait, it sounds like it's a scam, but there's no clickbait here, there's no scam here. We're just gonna go through how many people are already traveling for free in the US and how you can do it too. And a quick hint, it's credit cards. Yeah, I know. If you're Dave Ramsey, you're probably so scared of hearing that word, right? But credit cards are a very powerful tool to build your credit, as we've talked about on this channel already. And it's also a very powerful tool to make your money go further. And we're going to go through how it exactly works and how a credit card is actually going to be paying for your flights and your hotels and your car rentals. And in general, how you can maximize credit cards to benefit you instead of actually being a credit card debt. As we've seen before, the average debt in the US, the year 2024, was about $6,000 per person. That's just insane to me, but we're gonna talk about how to avoid that and how to maximize it. It takes a lot of discipline, so I will say that none of what we talk about is financial advice. I'm just here to share information that I've learned and that has benefited me, and I'm hoping it can benefit you as well. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so for us to really understand how it is that these credit card companies are able to give you cash back and points and give you this free money, what it seems like, was they pay your flight and they pay your hotel. Let's understand how it actually works really quick. So what's going on is, if you've ever received a credit card offer, they say after you spend $6,000 in the first 3 months, we will give you 1,000 points, for example. And that usually equates to about $1,000 worth in flights, in hotels, and rental vehicles, etc. But where's that money coming from, and how is it that they're actually able to do this? I don't know, you probably thought about that before, and I'm here to tell you that there are 3 main ways that credit card companies make this money and why they're so incentivized to get more people to use this. So the top 3 ways that they actually make money is, of course, their high interest, because as we've gone through many times on this channel, so many people are indebted and have very high interest rates on their cards, and they have very high debt. So whenever people are making that monthly payment back, they're also paying interest, and that interest is, I guess, profit for the credit card company itself. That's the most basic way we all know. There's also the annual fees for some cards that require an annual fee to keep it open. You know, you have all these people paying an annual fee to have that card and to keep their credit card line open. That's another way. But one of the biggest ways that they make money is actually with surcharges. And this is how it works, kind of. So if you ever gone to a restaurant, usually a local business, and they say, okay, will you be paying in cash or card? And most of us, we always say card. And they say, well, there's going to be a 2-3% surcharge. And you just say like, okay, you know, that surcharge right there is not going to the business that you're buying from. That surcharge is actually going to the credit card company that your credit card has. So if you have a MasterCard, that surcharge is going straight to the credit card company itself, and that's considered their profit. So in a way, the more people that use their credit card, if it's MasterCard or Visa, American Express, etc., the more people that use it, the more money they make. That's why they incentivize so many people to open up new credit cards with them. That's why they offer these big welcome bonuses and give you cash back. And this part is crucial for us because we don't want to get in credit card debt. We don't want to be owing crazy lumps of money to just a random credit card company. So what we're going to do, as we've seen in other videos on this channel, I'll link some here if you guys want to watch them, but essentially everything that you pay on that credit card, you want to pay it off immediately. You don't want to hold a balance. You don't want to be whatever. You just want to pay it off immediately. You want to get your on-time payments reported, because at the end of the day, good credit card history is only really good for opening new credit cards. So, you know, as long as you can stay well with your on-time payments and all that, that's all we're looking for with opening new credit cards. So now that we know exactly how these credit card companies are making money and how they're able to offer you these welcome bonuses, we're going to go through how to travel for free. Finally, I know. It's called credit card churning. You can look that up online, you can research it, and I'm going to go through the breakdown of how you can do it. But of course, not financial advice. Research on your own to see what exactly it is and how you can do it. But real quick, let's go through the breakdown. So credit card churning is basically the act of opening new credit cards with the intent of using the welcome bonus and their money back in order to make these big purchases like trips and flights and car rentals and etc. etc. So the way it works is like this. Let's say you want to open up a new Chase credit card, etc., whatever, just the Chase credit card, and they're going to give you, let's do our previous example, they're going to give you $1,000 after you spend $6,000 in the first 3 months. You might say, well, if I end up spending $6,000 just to get $1,000 back, that's net negative. And you are right. That is correct. Never do that. Never open a credit card just to spend thousands of dollars to get $1,000 back. That's so wrong. So what you're actually going to do, what people actually do, I guess I should say, not you, right, is that people end up getting this credit card. They spend $6,000 in home improvement projects that they already had planned, in big purchases such as a down payment on a car that they already had planned. In general, any big purchase you know is coming up, you know, you want to make sure that that big purchase you make it's going to go further. You're going to stretch out the dollars a little more. So if you have a big payment coming up in a month or two, you have multiple big payments. Let's say it's a big home improvement project. You're making a new bathroom in your home. That's going to be multiple thousands of dollars, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars. But you don't want to just let those tens of thousands of dollars go to waste, so to speak. You want to use them the best you can and maximize their value. So you open up a credit card or two that gives you $1,000 back after you spend $6,000. Let's say your home improvement project costed you about $12,000. So you used up both of those credit cards to make that, and you were going to use it anyway. You were going to do this home improvement project anyways. So it's not like you're just spending $12,000 out of the blue. You were already going to spend them, but now you're going to be a little smarter and make sure that you spend them on those credit cards, because now all of a sudden you're getting $2,000 of that back into your pocket just because you opened up these credit cards and you put that payment onto those cards. You know, you bought all the materials, you paid for the labor on those cards. So you made your money go a little further. And not to mention, if the cards are for you 2% back on every purchase, 1% back on every purchase, you also get that back. So it's a very, very powerful tool to make every one of your dollars go further. But we need to be very careful, because credit card debt is something that we all need to avoid right away. If you feel like you can't be disciplined to do something like that, I say don't do it. Just don't do it. Never mind. Forget everything I said, because it's that important. You know, you got to be very disciplined, because it's your livelihood, it's your finances, it's what you're going to pass on to your children, you know, whatever you have to give them once you pass away. So it's so important. But I will also emphasize that there is a lot of benefits to it if you do it right. So that's why we're going through it in this video, you know? And if you're watching until now, I'm sure it's because you've received some sort of value from what we're talking about today. If you believe that's right, you know, hit that subscribe, hit that like button. I'd appreciate it a bunch. We grow the community little by little. And yeah, let's go on to the next part before I bore you with subscribing stuff. Okay, so we got it. That's how you can travel for free. But your next question might be, all right, so what cards do I choose? Well, it's up to everyone individually to decide, but I'll share with you guys something that's helped me. For example, I'll use American Express and Chase as the examples. The American Express Blue Cash every day, as of the recording of this video in January 2025, it has $0 annual fee, but it has a $250 welcome bonus. So that already makes it very appealing, because you're not going to pay anything to have this card. But if you spend, I believe it's $2,000, they'll give you $250 back, as well as the other benefits that come with having the credit card. But remember, never hold a balance. Man, I like talking about credit cards because they're very powerful, but if the wrong choices are made, it can be very detrimental. But regardless, let's keep going. Chase, on the other hand, they have the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, which also, at the time of the recording of this video, I believe it has a welcome offer of $500 if you spend $3,000 on it, something like that. But regardless, my point here is that both of these cards don't have any annual fee. So you essentially have no commitment in getting these cards, and you can use it right away to get that cash back if you have any big expenditures coming up, and right away that can help you travel for free. So that's really cool. And I will jump over to other ones, such as the American Express Platinum card. Now this card, I'm sure you've heard of it and you feel like it's a premium card, but it does come with its pros and cons, because that card has an annual fee of almost $800 as of the recording of this video. So only if you actually use up the benefits enough to justify that expenditure, I believe you should go for it. If you want to, if you don't, whatever. But what I'm trying to get at is that there are many credit card benefits with all these companies. I recommend choosing those that have no annual fee, because you just don't want to get stuck in that. Once you get into the annual fee situation, well, now it's going to be the rest of your life. And sorry for that, for the rest of this video, the lighting is going to be a little different than it was in the first half, but whatever, we'll just keep going. My other point that I was trying to make is that, yes, there are many credit cards that have annual fees, but if you're not in the position to, or you'd rather not, I would avoid them. I would just stick to no annual fee cards for this, and you'll be able to travel for free. So that puts us to the final section of this video. So to end this video off in a nice present with a nice little bow on top, I wanted to give you guys one final secret, tip / trick, whatever you want to call it, to this credit card churning process. That many of you guys that are opening these personal credit cards using your own social security number to open them, and your own income and all that stuff, but you can also open up business credit cards. And you might say, well, I don't have a business. But a business is anything as that you operate as, such as even a side hustle that you do, that we talked about many times on this channel about side hustles. A side hustle that you do, you can open up a credit card as that side hustle. If you get an EIN, just register yourself as an LLC, whatever you're doing as a side hustle, and then that is your business. You can open way more credit cards that will now go on business credit. I know it's hard, it's debatable. We talk about that in another video about, you know, how much credit is actually business credit versus your own. But the point stands that if you open up as an LLC, your business, you just open the door to many other possible credit card point arenas and welcome bonuses and cash back and all that. So that's something you should look into. I'll give as an example, you have Chase Inc. Business Cash. That is a really powerful card for businesses only. So you need an LLC, you need an EIN, and that's really easy to do as well. It's not big and scary. I might make a video about that in the future. But yeah, guys, that was exactly how you can travel for free, because all the points that you get as those welcome bonuses you can use to pay for your flights, for your hotels, for your car rentals, etc., etc., etc. You can save up a bunch of these, and then you can plan a huge vacation for like a month long in Paris and Switzerland, whatever you want to do. But yeah, guys, that's how it is. That's how it works. If you got some value of this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. And as always, Jesus loves you all. See you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.